Thursday, everybody. Thanks for joining us here for Wake Up Charlotte to Go. I'm Ben Thompson.
And I'm Sarah French. Let's send it over to Larry Sprinkle for a check of your forecast on this Thursday. Hey, Larry.
Good morning. It's going to be another day with sunshine. Blue sky is going to warm it up at least into the mid-80s for the afternoon. Here it is, hour by hour. By 1 o'clock, 81 degrees, mid-80s for the middle part of the afternoon. If you're out about 9 o'clock tonight, still pretty mild. We'll be in the mid-70s under clear skies. High pressure right on top of the Carolinas and the southeast, and that's that clockwise flow of air that basically blocks any movement of any storm systems headed in our direction. That's going to be in place right into the upcoming weekend, into the early part of next week. Will not move at all, and that means high and dry, no rain either. Very dry across the region. 58% of North Carolina has a concern about drought conditions, about 46%. In fact, we're in a moderate drought from Florence, South Carolina, all the way over towards Wilmington and the Carolina coastline. For today, forecast high temperatures right around 74 at Boone, 84 in Burke County, at Morganton, North Carolina, 88 at Cheraw, mid-80s here in the Queen City. For today, check that 7-day forecast. 85 today. We're in the upper 80s tomorrow. Then the heat gets here for the weekend. We start that whole situation with a heat wave right into the middle of next week. We're in the mid-90s on Monday. We stay in the 90s right through the middle of next week. So be prepared for that. About 4 or 5 days of really extremely hot weather, and then maybe a break as we get into Memorial Weekend. That's your forecast this morning.
Thank you. Turning to more of your top stories today. Breaking right now, the search for an armed and dangerous murder suspect entering its third day.
Good morning. I'm Billie Jean Shaw. The search continues for the man accused of leading Chester County deputies on a high-speed chase and shooting at 2 deputies, barely missing them. Tyler Terry was last spotted in York County yesterday around 3 p.m. when a driver said they saw him right behind Rock Hill High School. York County deputies have searched the area throughout the night, but Tyler Terry has still not been found. If you should see him, call 911 immediately.
The CMS Board of Education says it will meet with Mecklenburg County leaders as they threaten to withhold millions of dollars from the school district. Commissioners want CMS to show how it's going to close the achievement gaps for black and brown students. Otherwise, they're keeping the $56 million. After weeks of back and forth, a meeting will likely take place on Tuesday.
South Carolina health officials say they're concerned about the upcoming Memorial Day weekend. They say they're worried about those folks who have not been fully vaccinated in South Carolina. 35% of the population have received their full vaccinations.
The gas station situation slowly improving in both North and South Carolina. Across both states, we're now seeing 36% of stations out of fuel. That's according to Gas Buddy. That number down 4% from this time yesterday in North Carolina and down 1% in South Carolina. Remember, this is not because of a fuel shortage. It's because people are filling up when they don't necessarily need to.
Today is Meck Dec Day here in Charlotte. It's the day the Queen City celebrates the Mecklenburg Declaration of Independence. But a lot of historians are, how shall we say, skeptical of this date in our history.
On May 20th, Charlotte celebrates the Mecklenburg Declaration of Independence. Was it a real thing or just folklore? Let's verify. Our sources are Angel Johnson, an education specialist at the Charlotte Museum of History, and NCpedia. The story goes, in 1775, a group of patriots here in Charlotte decided they were fed up, and they declared independence from Great Britain a full year before Congress would write the Declaration of Independence. That's big. That means Charlotte was really the birthplace of America and not Philadelphia. That's why May 20th, 1775 appears across the North Carolina flag still to this day. The only problem, historians say there's no proof the Meck Dec ever existed.
There's no mention of it in the Continental Congress. A lot of people think it's a fraud. Thomas Jefferson thought it was a hoax.
There was definite anti-British sentiment in Charlotte at the time.
There are surviving letters from the royal governor of North Carolina saying these people in Mecklenburg County are crazy. Look what they're doing. And so we know for sure that that happened and that the folks here are wanting to not be under British rule.
But no one ever found an actual Mecklenburg Declaration of Independence document.
People are looking for it. And, maybe in 10 years we'll have, some more evidence. But right now, there's no concrete evidence that supports its existence.
So no, we cannot verify the Meck Dec was a real thing. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But we simply can't verify its existence. But either way, we can still celebrate Charlotte's historical independence streak every May.
All right, now to some stories to keep your family safe and sound today. Exciting news. If you have the travel bug, you'll soon get to travel to Europe. European Union leaders agreed to ease restrictions for visitors from outside the continent, but don't pack your bags just yet. The timing of the reopening is unclear. A final approval expected later on this week. It's also unclear whether you'll need a proof of vaccination, but it is highly likely. Rules will most likely vary by country.
I have a confession.
Yes, what is it?
It has shocked me how much I haven't missed traveling.
You haven't?
No.
Oh, I would love to travel.
And I'm a big traveler, and I love going to everywhere around the globe.
It surprises me coming from you.
It surprises me. I don't know why.
Where are you going to do your first trip? Do you guys
I don't know yet.
planned?
I think maybe something like Europe or
Yeah.
we haven't done Asia, maybe that. But I haven't missed it that much, which is the weird thing.
You will.
Once I do it, I think it's one of
Yeah.
those things, once you do it again, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You may want to carve out some time today to be away from your phone. That's right. New research found endlessly scrolling through social media can make you literally sick. And apparently it's gotten worse during the pandemic. Experts say it's because our bodies are not designed to live in virtual worlds. And they're having a hard time adapting.
Someone once told me an hour a day a week, and like a week a year. You stay off your phone. Whew. I did a week one time a couple years ago when we went to the beach, and it was amazing. Stayed off social media.
And you're an adult.
Yeah, this was like a couple years ago. It was so nice.
I mean, I can maybe do an hour or two. Make sure you join us every single weekday morning. You know what? You don't need social media for that, although we're there as well. Just watch us. Wake Up Charlotte, 4:30 a.m.
Have a great day, everybody.